Hey guys, so I'm back with another pregnancy video, and this one is actually in a new setting. So if you're like, where are you? I'm actually in my bedroom right now. So I wanted to film a what's by my nightstand or what's by my bedside video for my pregnant ladies out there, because I think this will be really helpful. We go through a lot of stuff like morning sickness, pains and aches, and you spend a lot of time in bed, and one of the things that I find helpful is having exactly what I need, like right in my nightstand. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I find are must-haves. If you're wondering about this makeup, I just filmed the Kim Kardashian Met Ball tutorial, so it's very dramatic makeup. And I will link that below by the time this goes up. So anyways, the first thing I want to talk about is this pillow right here. You see this pillow right here? So this stays by my bed, and I have it propped up right now. So this is my pregnancy pillow, and I have it in gray because, as you can see, I have gray walls, gray headboard, gray here, gray lamp, so it's a lot of gray in my bedroom. Got this on Amazon, and I already talked about it in one of my bum dates, but I picked this up as soon as I turned 20 weeks because from that point on, they say you should really sleep on your side. And I was really hurting, like in the middle of the night, my back was starting to hurt, and I was tossing and turning a lot. So I found that when I bought this pillow, it helped me immensely. I sleep way more, like longer through the night. I don't wake up as much. Before I used to wake up all the time, and now I only wake up like maybe once or twice to go to the bathroom or to shift. So I got this from Amazon. I'll link it below. It's one of those U-shaped pillows, so that way if you want to sleep on one side, you can hug it and put this between your legs and wrap your arms around it. Or if you want to sleep to the other side, there's also another side. So I wanted to make sure to point that out, and it's been very, very helpful to me. So I'm going to show you my nightstand really quickly. So this is my nightstand. So I actually have an IKEA mom dresser. So it's a 3-drawer dresser from IKEA, but I use it as a nightstand, and inside here I have a big drawer where I put all this stuff typically. So it's going to be very nifty to have because I'm also going to, once I have the baby, use these drawers to have the baby stuff, like changing table stuff, and then I'm going to put the baby like right over here, which is like a nice little area next to the bed. So everything I have over here is what I'm going to show you. Everything that's usually in the nightstand I put in this little bin. And then I also wanted to show you that I have my prenatals. So this is the ones I take. They're the Vitafusion. I love gummies. I take all gummy vitamins. So this is the ones I use. I keep them by my nightstand because I personally take 2 at night. You can take them in the morning, whatever. But it's nice to have them by your bedside so you remember to take them. I always have water. So it could be a cup, it could be a bottle. I always have water by my nightstand in case I get thirsty. You gotta stay hydrated. I always have some kind of a snack. So these are chocolate rice cakes, because especially when you're in the early days when you're nauseous, it's good to have a little snack by you. This could be saltine crackers. This could be, I really like the Ritz crackers, something to kind of fill your stomach up. So that's there. I also have this little box of tissues. In my house, I run through tissues. So I bought these like containers to cover them because it looks cuter. They're just like wooden containers from Amazon. But I always have tissues for my runny noses and all that other good stuff. I also have this new addition. So this new addition that I also have right here is actually a humidifier that I bought on Amazon. So I read a lot that, you know, when you get like pregnancy rhinitis, when you get really stuffy because of all the extra fluids in your system, or if you have problems like with congestion, that a humidifier is really good to have. It just keeps the air nice and moist, and it helps you breathe better. And I have all those allergies and problems, so I bought this during my pregnancy, and it was about $50 on Amazon, but it's gonna be good to have in general. Even when with the baby, so the baby could benefit from a humidifier. So I got this big guy sitting on my nightstand. It's kind of big, but it lasts for a couple of nights before you have to refill. The key though is you have to clean this out regularly because you don't want it to generate bacterial growth or anything. So like once a week, clean it out. And that is pretty much all by my nightstand. So I'm going to show you now the specific items that are usually inside the drawer, which I find very handy. Besides my phone, which I have always my phone by my nightstand. Okay, so the key to making sure that you are you have what you need is to make sure that you can make it through the night, sleep well, not ache, not feel heartburn, morning sickness, all that good stuff. So everything in here has a purpose, so I'm going to show it to you. I'm just going to grab random things that I really do use and show you what they are. So first off, I have my Flonase. So if you have really bad allergies, you know that when you're pregnant you can't take anything prescription. You can take some over the counter, but they were not doing anything for me, so my doctor told me I could take Flonase. So I take this in the morning when I wake up or at night, and 2 puffs, and that has cured my allergies, which have been so awful these last couple of weeks. So I have that by my nightstand. I also have my inhaler, so I was having issues with shortness of breath. My doctor prescribed QVAR, which is specifically for my pregnancy because my husband takes Advair regularly, and she said that wasn't good for me. So I take my 2 puffs of my QVAR. I also have in here some antacids, or Tums. This is just a generic form. So as you can see, it's almost empty. So a lot of times we get heartburn because our esophagus and digestive muscles relax when we're pregnant. So you get a lot of acid reflux, heartburn. So I definitely keep these by my bedside. It also helps to sleep slightly elevated, so that way when the acid doesn't go back up when you're like flat. So that definitely has helped me to sleep with like a pillow underneath my back. So I'm kind of just like this versus being flat. So that is a total must-have. I also have Tylenol, so you can take acetaminophen, aka Tylenol, if you're having aches and pains. I try not to take it too much, but just in case like I'm really sore, like my back's really sore or something, I have taken this on occasion. During my first trimester, I got really, really bad headaches, so this was also very good for that. So this might seem really random, but I have some aloe by my bedside, and the reason why is because there are times where I just get so hot at night, and it's just me, because I asked my husband, I'm like, is it hot in here? And he's not, and usually I'm always cold. So if I get my little hot flashes, I read a tip that aloe will cool you down. So I actually just spray a little aloe on the soles of my feet. And you know how like your feet has a whole bunch of like reflexology good pressure points? So when I spray this on my feet, it feels like my whole body cools down. And I read that somewhere online, and it actually really does help. You don't have to use the spray. You can use like the squeeze gel stuff. But I already had this from like my sun care, you know, vacations and stuff. So that has been very helpful. I have in here some Benadryl. So again, this is something you can take if you have issues with allergies. It also helps me sleep too. So if my allergies are so bad I just want to knock out, this is really good. One thing that my mom told me to get to help in my first trimester with morning sickness was Tic Tacs, because you know, you just feel nauseous. It's kind of refreshing, and like if you have Tic Tacs, you won't choke on them because they're small. That's what my mom said. So as you can see, I've done about half of the container, and it just kind of keeps your mouth nice and fresh if you're like have a gross taste in your mouth. So thanks, Mom, for that tip. I also have in here my belly cream. So this is the one I use. I've talked about this before. Body Mary Stretch Marks and Scars. So if I feel itchy at all, like if my tummy's itchy, I just put this on my tummy. I also put it anywhere that I'm itchy, because your hips will grow, your boobs, everything will grow. So anywhere I'm itchy, I put this. The last couple of nights have been so itchy all over. I don't know what's going on. Maybe allergies, who knows. But I just put this on so that way it kind of calms it, and I try not to scratch, because scratching is the worst. I also have my CeraVe moisturizing cream as well. So this is also for my body or my face. So they actually sent this to me as a refill because I mentioned them as one of my skincare favorites. So speaking of skincare, if you're a makeup wearer, which you might be because this is a makeup channel, please do not go to bed with makeup on your face. I know there are some days where we're just so exhausted that we don't want to wash our face. So for those emergency situations, I always tell everybody to have makeup remover wipes by your bed, which I have the It Bye Bye makeup wipes. They sent this to me. And always have some kind of moisturizer. So I have a couple of different ones. I could use the CeraVe if I want. You could even use coconut oil, because you can use coconut oil to remove your makeup with a tissue and then also to moisturize your face. And then I have some Pixi Beauty Sleep Cream and Eye Elixir. So like I said, wipe everything off and then re-moisturize, and that's way better than sleeping in your makeup if you're too tired to wash your face. I always keep my favorite lip moisturizer, which is Aquaphor. This is just like, it's funny because people are like, oh, I use that on my baby, like on my baby rash, or like when they have a rash. But my dermatologist told me to use this back in the day when I was going through like a lot of drying acne medications. And I've used it ever since. So I have this in my purse, in my car, by my bed, everywhere. So I just get the big tube. And this is the best lip moisturizer ever. Do you see how I use a lot of it? And it lasts forever. So this is also good too if like, you have cracked, burned, chafed skin anywhere that's really, really dry. It doesn't just have to be your lips. So I love this stuff. So I also keep a sleep mask by my bed because there are just times where I'm taking a nap and it's like bright outside, or I just really need to focus on sleep, and a sleep mask does help. I don't use it all the time, but there are times where I definitely got to pull it out because I need to get my sleep. So just a regular old sleep mask. This one's super, super old. I also have earplugs. So these are actually, they're known as silicone putty earplugs. I read about this online. So instead of it like being a little, you know, a little foam plug that sticks in your ear, those tend to fall out. But these, you stick it like in the whole outside of the ear, so it kind of covers the whole thing, and they stay in place. And the reason why I use these is because my husband likes to snore at night, and I cannot sleep sometimes. Like, it's just so bad. So I always have these by my bed. And in general, you know, sometimes there's noise outside of my window, birds chirping, construction, whatever. So earplugs are great to have for everybody. I also have some stress relief eucalyptus mint pillow and room spray. So I got this at TJ Maxx for like $3.99, and sometimes I'll spray my pillows with it just because you need a little refresh, and it kind of calms you down. So it's nice to have, it's not necessary. So if you are having morning sickness, something that my doctor told me to do is a combination of B6 vitamin and Unisom sleep gels. So the combination of these two together produces the anti-nausea effect that diclegis, which is the prescription medicine, has. So I did take this in my first trimester, and it definitely helps, and the Unisom helps you sleep if you really can't sleep. I try not to take things if I don't need it though, but these are just in case. So that is really great for first trimester, or if you have morning sickness, nausea throughout the whole pregnancy, which if you do, I'm so sorry. Thank God mine went away, but that was the worst. I also, for my first trimester, I have some leftover Preggy Pops. These are just like the little hard candies that you take to help with nausea. It's like a candy to me, so I don't really know if it really helps that much, but it tastes good, and it kind of distracted me from my nausea. Something else I have in here, this is Scandinavia Post Makeup Recovery Spray. So if I'm doing the face wipe thing, the makeup remover wipe, this is a great to hydrate your skin after removing makeup, and then the moisturizer. So again, extra, you don't need this, but it's nice to have. And I have this one, which you might, I don't know how you feel about this, but I have this little rock right here. So this is a little stone that I got actually at a crystal store here in Atlanta at Ponce City Market. So it's called labradorite, and it's this little stone. So I don't know if you believe in the crystals and all that, but I bought this early on in my pregnancy because apparently this particular stone has healing medicinal powers. So in my head I was like, I would rub this little stone and rub my belly and just like kind of like have positive energy for the health of my baby. So I just keep it by my bedside, and I don't know if it really works, but it's just kind of like a fun thing to have. So it's called labradorite if you want to look it up and look into it. And that is it. So besides this, like I said, I have my phone and my phone charger. I do have a TV in my bedroom, which some people don't believe in, but I like to watch TV in bed. And I also like to read on my Kindle in bed too, on my phone app. So that's pretty much it. Maybe you have some suggestions that saved your life when you were or are pregnant. So if you do, leave those recommendations in the comments below. And like I said, I'll list everything that I recommended in my blog. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. I upload at least one pregnancy video a week on Thursdays or Mondays. So I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed this. And until next time, have a great night. Ciao, fellas.